So if you're currently having like Amazon account deactivated, or you want to prevent this in the future, in this video, we will cover most important things and strategies that you should pay attention to. So Milan is Amazon expert. I'm growth strategist, not directly linked to the Amazon, but I have brought Milan here to explain you what exactly you should do regarding Amazon and these restrictions.
So first things you really need to follow are the Amazon guidelines. You really need to go into the details regarding claims and policies and everything. Amazon is structured for all the sellers. You cannot be the one who is selling, for example, dog shock collars that will be harmful for animals or things like that. You can, but eventually will get your account deactivated because of the things that, because for example, people and customers will complain that things on your product are extremely harmful for your dog or cat or whatever. So the first things you really need to cover are all the policies and requirements for you to sell the product on Amazon.
Would you say that is the first thing, like the most important thing out of all of them?
Of course. Before even considering selling on Amazon, you really need to find a niche that will be in Amazon guidelines that is really something that you can sell. Or you have a full list of prohibited and restricted products that you can see on Amazon, and I would definitely skip even considering about selling those.
I want to ask you if you, for example, are a registered brand and everything else, but still you cannot sell on Amazon, or it's going to be very hard to sell on Amazon those hazardous products. It's
for hazardous products, there are multiple things that you can surpass if you have all the documents and so on, because Amazon actually have hazardous warehouses for those type of products. Mm-hmm. But for the restricted products, you can be a brand registered seller. And guys, of course, the brand registry is a crucial part for any of the Amazon seller. If you have a brand registered in Amazon, you will have so many benefits. So please include that if you didn't.
Would you say that is like a second strategy? Brand registry should be like
that is in general option to have, crucial options to have. But after we're talking about the misleading information and claims that will, of course, not be beneficial for your products and your seller account. So anything that will mislead the customers, those customers, and actually leave the feedback, which will definitely leave an impact on your account. Mm-hmm. And things like that. So you should really avoid any sort of misleading information regarding those listings that you're selling.
Can people, so let's say that they are now aware that they have something misleading. If they change that on the listing, do they need to submit something to Amazon, or Amazon is automatically like?
Yes, everything that is ended in your account health or performance notification or cases or your email, guys, those are the things you really need to monitor all the time to be totally safe and react immediately. Because, for example, if you are not resolving those types of issues on time, Amazon will just
tell you thank you and goodbye.
Exactly, goodbye for literally, because you are not contributing to the customers and in your seller account in general. So keep in mind those few things, monitoring all the time: account health, performance notification, cases, emails, feedbacks, voice of the customers, multiple things. But those that I mentioned first are the crucial ones. So those are the few things that you really need to be aware of.
So what about, so when I see these all issues, this part, and I see basically all these things are related to this topic. They are, yes, all of them are.
Yes, and here you can exactly see this account is super clear, and we resolved all the issues that came. So you really need to be on the top regarding those type of issues. We have multiple examples to show and multiple things that we can talk about the account health, but those are the main things you really need to be aware of. So no restricted products, even though you have a good brand and visible brand and brand that is in the market for years and years. If you're not following the Amazon guidelines, you will just be one of the guys who is marked for deactivation. But if you are monitoring all those things and you react immediately and you give Amazon all the details they ask for, they will definitely help you out and set the listings active and set your account active. But you really need to be specific in the details. For example, here, applying and uploading appeal for restricted product violations or anything else, you really need to follow the things that they asked for. So that those are the things that, as we mentioned in previous videos, constant communication with Amazon, getting all the details written for you to be able to write those appeals and submit cases and so on are crucial part of maintaining account health.
Yeah, communication is paramount. That's a fundamental thing. What are the verifications or something that it can help them to boost their profile even more? Are there is a trademark, for example, that is boosting their profile and their credibility? What other things can help them to boost their credibility so that they have a hard chance not to be deactivated?
Clean product pages, actual truth on those product pages, because some of the customers will pinpoint some of the things that you mentioned and they will just cause you problems. Mm-hmm. So clean backend, clean product pages, and clean images will definitely show how you are standing out from all the others that are not following the guidelines.
So when Milan is saying clean images, he wants to say not misleading images. So that's basically you are not misleading the customers. Yeah, this reminds me of one of the things now I will tell you from personal experience as a growth strategist. This reminds me from SEO perspective. If you are following the guidelines from SEO perspective, Google will reward you for that. Let me show you an example here. Now, this is a business that was not following the guidelines. They have done something called programmatic SEO. And that is where when you have one variable and second variable, and then you're just changing the things. Let's say that we're going to use phone, and then you have iPhone 6, iPhone 7, and then you have Samsung and so on this variable. And then you have second variable, like my screen is broken. Then my battery is not working. Then you can see how you are changing all of these variables, and you can have 2,000 articles instantly with AI, and they have done that, and that is not by proper guidelines, because that is not, because the content itself is crap then, and this is the result, and you don't want something like this to happen. And this reminds me of the potential for the brand, so that you're not deactivated, and this brand is deactivated from Google. It is going to be very hard to recover back. Now, this business, on the opposite side, they have been following the guidelines. They have been using AI. You can use AI for writing, but if the content needs to be very good, the content needs to provide proper value. I will not make this video about SEO, but I just want to make a comparison with the brand as well, and with SEO if you are following the guidelines. If you're following just the guidelines, then you will be good. If you're not following the guidelines, something will backfire, something will wait, and if you just put something under the rug, then it will smell over time, and that will cause you a lot of issues. And I think that you will not be even aware what exactly is the problem. And then one day something will happen. You will be like, what the heck is going on? My business is not active anymore. So what do I need to do? And then you will have additional complexity now to pay attention to. your business is not running, and if you as a business owner already know if you are not in business for even a couple of days, that is drastic, that is so negative for the entire cash flow for the business. So all these things should be, that needs to be that's very important to pay attention to. So when I see this part, I think you should strive to have this health rating, and that is something that is very important. Hopefully you have a couple of strategies you can pay attention to at this moment for your business. But out of all of this thing is communication with Amazon and with your customers, and not being misleading within your listing, and have images that are clearly outlining the outcome, and just don't overpromise things within your listing, so that then you are misleading your customers. So please pay attention to all these things. Thank you very much, and talk to you soon.